Welcome, aliens. It's been a long time. Yo, you already know. Fast do lie, do well too. How you like that? Respect that well, fool. Listen, fast do reality. However, do you want it, fool? Yo, fast speaks some fantasy football, some life truths, some entertainment. So how you do's? Yo, do it in freestyle because that's how our cortex moves. But yo, like everybody check in today out here, give a little, you know what I mean? A little support to my boys tonight. How about them Cowboys? That's right. Yo, going for the playoff spot. You know what I mean? It's going to take a miracle. Take a miracle to get the division, but we got that wild card locked up, so we're in the playoffs, so we all right. Yeah, we got a well-balanced team, feeling very, very confident. I was talking with the homies today, the only team kind of a little worried about, not even Philly, yo. I don't want to hear nothing about backup quarterbacks or nothing last week. Yo, Minshew's the starting quarterback in any given Sunday. Yo, listen, he threw well, we played well. Philadelphia played well, still get their butts kicked by Dallas. So listen, the only one out there that's a little bit scary, you already know, San Francisco. But listen, we got San Francisco. Because listen, we got more tools, we got more weapons. We got the Lamb, we got the Zeke, we got the Pollard. Yo, hopefully Pollard stays healthy. Gotta pull my strings out. See, got the kitty cat in the house. So every time I have this out, got the new sweater from mom for Christmas. The Cowboys. Gotta show y'all the back. Yo, all respect to Mr. Diggs. I know this is your number, but listen, Fash was born on this day, so Fash a little attached to the 7 too. You heard? Got the late number 7. You heard? Ha. Yep. You already know. For respect to the Diggs brothers, both of them, but tell the Dallas team. How about that Dallas D? For those still left in fantasy. For those of you who ain't, listen, you're not alone. Fash got kicked out. Fash, full honesty, all the time. Fash got eliminated, caught the bye week. I was first place in the league throughout the regular season. Made it the highest in points. Had the first bye week. Absolutely got demolished by Zay Jones and his 3 touchdowns in the second week of the playoffs. So congratulations to the gentleman who did advance. And actually, they just wrapped up their Super Bowl last week or this week that just passed. I'm actually in 2 Super Bowls right now, though, so I'm very excited about that. We're in the Veteran Super Bowl, of course, in the VTH League, and we're in the LA League. We're in first place in both of those, and we're headed into the Super Bowl. We're going to run down some of those teams as well. Hey, yo, if anybody checks in, got some any flex advice, any kind of PPR advice, any kind of fantasy football advice, you're in the right place. You want to just talk about life, you're in the right place. Yo, if you're all right, you're in the right place. Listen. So anyways, if you're here, you're breathing, right? We got to be thankful for a reason. What is going on here? It says moderate. Sorry, this Fashion ain't done this live in a while. Fashion moved into the new flat. And whatever that says. Fash has moved into the new flat, trying to get adjusted to everything. Still trying to get the gym routine down. You know what I mean? Once I do that, I won't. We do, yo. We got this new switch. That's a little underground switch. We might start a little gaming channel on you. All right? Matter of fact, I'm gonna type that in here. For nerds like me, that still hashtag the death, that show love. Yo, that's what we're about to do. Some gaming. We already doing fantasy football up in there, but we're gonna do some workouts. I just typing some stuff in there. Yeah. So Fash, what has Fash been up to beside these daily freestyles? I hope you've been catching those. They ain't been, just like this live video, they ain't been showing it to very many people. They've been acting funny with my views, confused views. Yo. It's very frustrating making new material and seeing parts of it go out. Even some of the parts that you may want to hold back. You know what I mean? It's weird. For the YouTube creators out there that's watching this, isn't it so wild that sometimes it feels like your worst videos broadcasted and your best jewels are hidden somewhere deep, deep in your wall treasure. Anyways, Fash got some jewels in here, yeah. We might do a little freestyle today. I'm not sure where this video is going. We're going to talk about Unite Faith today, actually, a little bit. And, it put up some of these 20, 30-minute freestyle videos. But not only that, daily content, these freestyles. Yo, I remember being a kid used to go wild looking for these things, yo. Even when the big heads were doing, Uncle Snoop and all the kings, the queens was doing these freestyle fasts, were chasing these freestyles to death, yo. And been doing them on the daily. And not only doing them on the dailies, challenging, but trying to create new diction every day, trying to create new content every day, trying to figure out something every day to talk about so it's not the same videos. We got 3,000 videos out there that are not the same, all different freestyles, mixed up words, verbs, and adjectives. Listen, word is go out there and check them out. FASH has taken some of them down recently. The fluidity in the game has stepped up, but in full integrity, I've left some of the older ones up there. Of course, I left the first video up there to show y'all where it came from, to show y'all that where practice will get you, where hard work will get you. FASH does believe in himself. He does believe that sponsorship and big things are on its way, and he's still going to drop his 2 little words in this, and he's still going to share 5% of his contract and all that kind of stuff. But listen, today we're here, we're breathing, we're thankful for a reason. We just passed Thanksgiving, passed holidays. FASH had some blessed holidays, yo. I just got to brag a little bit, yo. Listen, FASH's kids are older. You know what I mean? They have their own lives going. I was able to play Xbox with my son till midnight on Christmas. That's a blessing. That's a blessing that I can't even describe. From a person that spent seven of those. 7 of those going back to the 2 concrete, bidding with the children again, listen, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. After all those years, I'm absolutely blessed with a great son. Very proud of him. Full-time worker, a hard worker, and he enjoys himself. He enjoys life. That's what I love about this new millennium. We're out here enjoying life, and that's what we're going to be talking about. But right now, we're going to be talking about how to bring these people together so that we can enjoy life, I put out there in a freestyle. FASH put out there in a freestyle is I challenge the world that I have a very hard time believing that we would ever be able to come together as one being, to make one conscious thought. However, that's cynical thinking on my behalf. Yes. Because dig this. God already left us with one. Jesus, whoever you believe in, because it's in most good books, they've already left us with one that we could probably maybe get if we would all learn how to love. Love was in every book. Love is the challenge. Love is the one conscious thought that we could actually probably agree on if we all came together and actually had to. I mean, imagine tomorrow we had to all come together and decide whether we had to move Earth 2 inches right or 2 inches left to miss a meteor. We'll have people arguing until the meteor hits us. I truly believe this. FASH is from a country that every 4 years decides to argue amongst themselves to decide who our leader is, just so that 4 years later, we could change the whole system up, argue it over again, change the whole system up, and start all over again. Listen, I like spring. I like new beginnings as much as the next. But sometimes a regime needs some structure, some proper structure from a good length of time. And a house divided against itself will not stand. FASH did not make these words up. This existed before FASH. These are words that pre-existed. These are words that I found in most good books. And that's why I'm talking to Unite Faith today to No Faith today, because you could read these in a psychology book. You could really, depending on your imagination, you could pick this up in fables. There's some good fables that are out there that teach well morals, good lessons. If I was just thinking about writing a couple books lately, thinking about challenging myself in that direction. FASH is out here teaching people how to bid. Everybody knows about my life a little bit. You know what I mean? I've been down, I've been up, I've been around. You know what I mean? Is that I come out here and I offer my full heart and soul cortex to y'all. 3.9 educated, I believe mostly emotionally intelligent, more so than probably grammatic. But spiritual and soul, we could get the A, yo. We could get the A together. And here's how. All right. So like yesterday, I was having a conversation. Simple as this, FASH is known to be a Christian. I don't impose my beliefs on anybody. I love all y'all's beliefs, and I accept y'all's beliefs. I was having a conversation yesterday, and somebody challenged me, not really challenged me, but said, what do you know about the Jewish tradition? I said, well, actually, I know a lot about the Jewish tradition. And it was on the fact that this is a lot of people, and I'm not saying this person knew this, but maybe wasn't thinking about it at the point, is this, actually, I think she said it first, is Jesus was a Jew. Jesus was a good Jewish, followed the tradition. I don't know how to describe it properly, so I'm going to just leave it there. I don't want to disrespect in any way. So I've been to synagogues. I've checked it out, and I think it's a beautiful tradition. I've told many people this before. I've been to so many different kinds of faiths, church, and religions. I try to take a little bit of each, a little good from what I can, I went last time I went to the synagogue. It was during a class I was going through, and it was unfortunately a grievance type class. So we went there, and they were teaching us about the Jewish ceremony of letting their loved ones go. And I thought it was absolutely beautiful, right down to the pine box. I mean, I was in the rows thinking about it, like, this is how my father described it to me. This is exactly how my father described it to me, a pine box. And I was like, whoa. And all the family, how they're so intimate about it, and the different celebrations of life is just beautiful. And if we could come together as a prism, a multifaceted thing is not always a bad thing. I know nobody likes a two-faced person. I get it, but you got to understand multifaceted could be more than two. It could be infinite. We are a prism. We are a conscious being. I'm not out here to preach, but what I'm out here to do is trying to show you how all these things connect. I've spoken before on going into a Muslim faith while I was locked down, and going to the chapel and checking out some of the Muslim faiths and really digging some of the respect, some of the discipline they had behind the fact that it was a sin to them to watch something bad go down in front of them and not say something about it. Now, see, you could have somebody living right next door to you not know about this, right? And wonder why this person speaks on everything. And it's actually part of their belief and religion. And dig this, if somebody didn't talk about the wrongs in the world, would anything be done would any wheel be greased if they weren't squeaky? I could challenge this in many metaphors, but I think you guys get the point. And ladies, and in-betweens, and however we want to be identified, FASH is okay with everything. And, I want to get out here. I wanted to talk to the crowd. I want to talk to the population a little bit. We got 1,600 subscribers. Unfortunately, we get like 20 views. I don't know if YouTube is not passing these videos off to our subscribers, or if something happened. FASH is here. Face all the head on. FASH is here. Live. If anything's wrong, you can get something to challenge FASH. Gotta leave in the comments box. As far as the recreation, the hip hop, the freestyle, listen. If you listen to it, you listen to it. You don't, and I dig that. Everybody got their own taste in music and recreation, your vibes, whatever you do. That's his FASH's vibe. I'm giving it to y'all. That's the way I give it to y'all. That's why I deliver. I deliver daily. Listen, it's FASH gets more hater comments than, hey, that's creative comments. And that's just not speaking on FASH. I believe that's speaking on America's. I believe it is quicker for a hater to stand up than for somebody to say, hey, that's a good job. That's why FASH hashtags everything. Famous artists that don't need hashtags. Goats that do not need hashtags. FASH would get on those videos, jump a bunch of hashtags, and at the end put love, honor, respect from Joey G, New Bedford, Mass. Every single time. You know why? Because it's just sharing love, bro. Like, what would you do if you're bidding with the person? You would share love. FASH is trying to show people how to share love. So If something fumbled, if FASH fumbled in some certain way, like just now when I tried to describe a tradition, if I didn't do it correctly and offended somebody, I apologize. But please be the person to come up and say something about it. Don't be the person that just leaves grievance in the air to try to downgrade the next person for coming up. We're wrapping up 2022. What a year. What a year. It's funny. It just like the hate is the first thing that comes to mind is the bad stuff, right? And FASH just got a new flag. FASH just got a lot to celebrate, right? First thing that came to mind is that we lost the GOAT. We did. We lost the GOAT battle rap. We absolutely did. God rest his soul. God rest his soul. Peace and blessings on him and his family. Surpassed day. Unbelievable. 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 Tupac said in a lot of his songs, how long will you live my memory on? How long will you carry my memory on? These are people who gave to our culture. We got muses. We got a lot of muses. Rappers are being popped off because they're targets. You get acclimates for it. You get claimed for it. It don't make sense. It don't make no sense. These are your artists, your muses. If they're confusing it, then that's people confusing the vibes. But some people are straight artists. That was a beautiful, beautiful muse we lost. God gained a beautiful muse. So what I like to explain about my unite faith to no faith is this. Please, whenever I mention the word God, try to envision the most beautiful thing you can in your head, the most beautiful moment. That's how FASH is delivering it to you from my heart. Please receive it as such. See, I think that's something that we've lost in the new millennium is the actual intimate rapport, the intimate rapport from text messages. Who can understand text messages? A hello. It doesn't get received the same way you send it. It gets received by the emotions and feelings of the recipient. So a hello could sound like hello, or what's up could sound like what's up. We lost a lot of intimate connection here, right? So as we move further in technology, the better world is where everybody's going, right? You got to learn how to bring some of this intimate rapport back without risk of what? Intimate trolls, right? FASH is the true soul out here trying to give good advice, good entertainment to y'all. Y'all like it? Subscribe, like, share to a friend. FASH has been doing this for a couple of years, and yes, I've been like, should I quit? You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it 100. FASH, keep it 100. Should I quit? Not on the music. I'll make an album just for myself, just for my kids. FASH is a poet. FASH knows that my stuff will be worth something. I'm okay with that. I got notebooks. FASH has been doing all these videos. Listen to the videos. Everything's very personal to myself. It's because my art's in my books right now. My art's in my books. Yes, I'm very clever at how I can deliver daily messages. My art is in my books, So we are waiting for a serious label to step up. But we've had people, this is something else we're going to talk about. We've had people coming in and out of our lives. Oh, yes. We've had people come in and out of our lives. I'm not talking nobody famous. I'm not talking no labels. I'm talking about the people who say they labels. I'm talking about the 5 same ghost accounts I got that email me daily about this big profits I'm missing every day. If I don't donate this $50 to this treadmill, I won't get my $10 every single 10 minutes, and I'll be a millionaire for the rest of my life. Hey, if any of this is true, please drop it in the comment section. FASH is taking everything at face value at this point. I've been reached out to people who said they were some of the GOATs. FASH has addressed some videos as such. Didn't feel he got the same energy back. FASH loves his subliminals. I love and respect y'all. There's a lot of fake people that use y'all's names. So I'm sorry, unless I could feel I could be intimate, like talking to somebody, like, do I know you? Best I could do is just give you advice here on Fast Speaks. And we will do a lot of that. I open myself up fully. Listen, we talk about stuff like, hey, Fast Section 8, right? Paying more than I did for my 2 mortgages. So how are you going to own a house and pay less than somebody on Section 8? Vash got questions like these. He got beautiful artwork that shows up. Oh, he got beautiful artwork. You know, I always show off my baby girl. Is this? I love my seeds. I try to understand life. I try to spread it. Try to spread the best news I can, the best. So let's continue. Unite faith, God. Think of something beautiful, right? Fash likes to describe it as the moment of birth. Yo, when a woman gives birth, I know they might feel insecure and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They just went through an experience I will never know about. Most males will never know about, as far as I know. Is this? Listen, I'll judge you keeping everything loose. Is this? That's what Fash do. Hey, I give space, so people give me space. That's all. You know what I mean? It's reciprocal energy. So where was Fash? Okay, so here we are. I believe they have this beautiful glow. I've seen pictures. No matter what picture I've seen of a girl, like this was me when I gave birth. It's the most beautiful picture I've ever seen. I've been in the moment of birth. I've been in my 2 kids' moments of birth. The mother glows. The mother glows afterwards. They just do something special and they fucking glow. Excuse my language. They glow afterwards. You know, fashion only cuss and passion. That's how much I mean about this stuff. You dig? So when I think of 2 little kids skipping down the road, holding hands, playing hopscotch, like think of a baby's smile. Think about hearing first words, first steps. Think about beautiful things, because this is how I'm trying to deliver anything to do with the message of God, because Fash respects and reveres it very much. Very much. I do not believe God is a sex. I believe God is full and complete. Both parents, mom and dad. The books I've read says your parents love you, right? Fash has some dope parents. They won't understand that. So I'll say great, awesome, amazing parents. Fash is very thankful for his parents. Thank this mom on his birthday for giving life. She deserves it. Dig is getting lost in thoughts, side thoughts. Is so God, the deliverance. That's how I'm meaning to give it to you. I've read in many good books. Parents, there we go. Fast, you don't get the little short-term memory, but I bring it full forward. Just give me a second, stick with me, fellas. We'll get a group in here somewhere. That's a Fast. We better doing a little group together, so I use it as a group. You know, group, put this in a group. That's all Fast needs is some 4,000 watch hours. Get it in, y'all. Is this so? If I happen to help put you to sleep nicely, you help press play, put you to sleep, go to sleep. No, we won't do that. All right, so back to Fast Speaks. Is this? All the good books I've ever read has always described God's love as a parent's love times infinity. So how much your parents love you times infinity. If your parents don't love you, don't worry. There's good parents out there. Look at the one you know. You've seen good parents. If you know yours are bad, then you know there's some good. Think about the good ones and times that by infinity. That's what God means in fact. All right. How about them Cowboys? Talking a little sports. How about the Diggs? How about the defense carrying fast through the fantasy season? So, to wrap up that quick moral, I do strongly believe that we have to figure out some ways to come together as a species, not as a nations. Erase all the lines. Erase the lines. If you ain't listening to the lyrics that are coming out of Fascist Freestyle, Fanatic Mind is this. Erase the lines, my nation. Like, for real. I was watching this movie and Soul Thomas says, I remember this world before there was lines on it that told us that we were different. I was like, whoa. Lines in the sand tell us that we're different. That's different. That's deep. So my nation. It's this. Is I believe we need to do some more stuff as one species, if possible, to keep communication here, because we're a beautiful species. If you get all of us together and we're all needed, that's a spherical theory developed by FASH, Joseph W. Grant III, copyright pending, is this. We're all needed. And a good connection, I believe, is love. How can we not connect on love? You know what I mean? So that's what FASH brings to the table. FASH brings love to the table and brings it strong. It brings it in a poetic way. If you think you're more poetic than me, you want to have a little poetic challenge, we can do that. FASH don't care. It still love you afterwards. You dig? All right, let's push forward. And that's what it's got to be. Maybe it should come back to that. There'll be a little less, in the street. You know what I mean? Yeah. So how about them Cowboys? So let's read off the Super Bowl team. Yo, we're in the Veterans League Super Bowl. Of course, we're in the LA Super Bowl. So let's read off the two teams. Tell me what y'all think. This week we got playing Justin Fields. We got Barkley. Barkley's playing strong. Connor's questionable. So is Diggs, yo. I just found out Diggs is questionable, yo. Y'all gotta look into that. We got Jefferson playing. Diggs and Jefferson, them two studs held me up all year. Good at it, tight end. Finally got him off of II last week. I've been riding roller coaster on tight end all year. This is the only league I didn't draft Kelsey. That's why I ended up with the Jefferson Diggs connection. And that was actually kind of interesting. You know what I mean? I drafted a couple different ways. I'm going to give some drafting tips. Probably I'm going to do one on the shorts to see what it does on the shorts, y'all. Because, so they'll be passing some of my shorts into the thousands, and then none of these videos get like freaking triple digits on it anymore. I was up in the quadruple digits, and then all of a sudden YouTube pulled the e-brake on me. I'm down at 20s again. So, if y'all see this, pass this along. Is this. So it was a couple drafting techniques. I'm gonna drop this knowledge here for y'all because you made it this far in the video. Next year going into the drafting, I'm going in hard. I'll probably drop some advice on YouTube. I'm gonna tell you what I did this year, and it really did work. Is there was 3 elements to the way I drafted. I drafted from winning teams. What I believe would be strong winning teams, strong offenses. I went to the schedule. I looked at the last 4 weeks of the schedule. So I looked at the playoff bracket. I looked at strength of playoff bracket, strength of schedule, and the last one is injury-prone players. Stay away from injury-prone players. I put those 3 together, and these are the teams that I developed. I believed in James Conner this year. Yes, I believed he would not get hurt. And look at him. He's questionable right now. I bet you he plays because he's been playing his butt off all year. He's been doing great. Yeah. So we got Chris Goodwin over there. We stacked their receivers. We're flexing Goodwin. Maybe though, because we got Zeke tonight. Anybody checking in, y'all? See, Fashion needs flex help. Where y'all at, yo? See? It's reciprocal love. Reciprocal is that thing. Reciprocal means energy that feeds into itself, that creates the energy that keeps it moving. You dig? So let's keep it moving. Dallas defense. We went to the playoffs with the Dallas D. You see that little star over there? I know you can somewhere. I'll hold it there for a second so you can see it. I can see it now. Bang, right before it went off. I seen it. So that was our starting lineup for this week. And again, May flex. Looking for help. I don't know if I should flex Zeke tonight or stick with Godwin in the flex. After Zeke, we got Josh Allen. I'm playing Fields over Allen this week. For anybody out there with that dilemma, Super Bowl teams may have this dilemma. You heard. We got Stevenson. Oh, we still got Stevenson too. I have a hard time not putting him in flex. So maybe Stevenson, Zeke, and Goodwin for the flex is what we're looking at. Dopkins, Akers, he had a big week last week. I took him off the waiver more not to play against him. I didn't want my opponent picking him up and having to play against him. So Fash plays defense by picking up off the waiver wire. That is another trick that will Fash through this year that more advice I'll give out at a later time. And Deontay Johnson, who I actually also got off the waiver wire. They did not believe in Deontay Johnson. All right. But that was a 10-man league, so it was stacked a little bit. Fash had the 10 pick, had the Jefferson Diggs pick. Pretty happy with that. Came back around, snatched up Josh Allen and Barkley. Top 4 carried me through. That Cowboys defense was serious. And yes, I did study them in the playoffs. Okay, we're going to be playing, Tennessee, Atlanta? Tennessee, Atlanta, something like that. I got to look into that. Anyways, here we go. In the LA team, out in La La Land, we have Justin Fields, Saquon Barkley, James Conner, Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs. I just read you this one. Sorry, that's the Veterans League. Excuse me. 2 Super Bowls. I'm in 2 Super Bowls. Trying to keep up with that. Keep up. All right. So here we go. Second team. Justin Fields. See, I knew he was on there. That's why. All right, we got McKinnon and we got Akers. We got Akers on this one. We might try him out in this one. This is our little LA fun league, so I might try Akers in this one. But I want to see who else we got. We're gonna run down the list real quick. All right, so we got Justin Fields playing at quarterback, McKinnon and Akers at running back. Deontay, excuse me, not Deontay Johnson. Excuse me, Devontae Adams. I don't know why I was going to say Johnson. Johnson on his team. Excuse me. Goodwin as well. Kelsey. A lot of my teams, I draft the players I like. Don't be afraid to draft the players you like. That's another thing. Kelsey. Hey, I reached for Kelsey. He paid off. He was like having an extra wide receiver, while everybody else had a literal tight end that would come in now and then. I see you, Kittle. You're starting to come in late season. Might be a sleeper next year. Wallace, who? All right. We actually got Goodwins and Mike Evans in this, so I'm flexing Mike Evans. I'll probably take Mike Evans out of there. We'll see who will flex. We got the Chiefs defense, also a good defense to have in the playoffs to go against Denver. Should be a low-scoring game on Denver's side of the ball. The kicker Mayer might look into that from Dallas. They are playing Tennessee. Tennessee got a decent defense. We might stick with the Dallas kicker. He's been putting up good points. I like to get a kicker that has that's going against a decent defense to hold them back for a couple kicks. You know what I mean? So we got Tennessee and Washington is who Dallas wraps up with, which should be great for both the defenses and the kicker and my team. Yeah. Philly don't lose out. Philly, you lose out. That's our home field. Anyways, on the bench, we got J.K. Dobson, Singletary, Amari Cooper, Juju Mashu. You know what? I might actually move him up instead of Evans, although they have him projected less because he's playing against Denver, a good secondary. See, that's why he's on the bench. We got Murray as well on the bench in Denver. I don't believe in Denver this week. We got Cousins on the bench playing Fields over him, and we grabbed Evan Ingram off the waiver wire because somebody stopped believing in him during the week. And although I have Kelsey, I do not want to play against Ingram. We play defense on the waiver wire. I told y'all, if anybody caught the last live about the fantasy football talks, I believe that I looked at all the analytics I could. I was in three playoffs, and I made it to 2 Super Bowls. I got eliminated by the amazing Zay Jones in his 3-touchdown game. Whatever. Yo, Ramondre Stevenson got me 3 points that game. Whatever. Fash lost by like 10 points. Whatever. Yo, go look. Anybody that has access to yo, go look at the movement. That's where Fash won. Fash won by the movement. Waiver wire movement is important because sometimes it's not even you're playing the person. If there's a hot hand out there and you're still starting your starters, you still don't want to play against hot hands, so you want to take them off the waiver wire before the next ball. Fash is going to be in a couple leagues next year, and I'm still going to come out here and give fantasy football advice. That's how I do. Fash is confident what he does. I'll give you all the advice and still win food. No, I'm just playing. So, there we go. We got some fantasy football. We got some recreation. We got some big things coming up in 2023. Fash wanted to check in here with the live show, y'all. We're still alive. Still live. Yo, we can freestyle. We can do anything, bro. Anything we put, bro. It's poets. The poets of poets. Where does true so come at from it? Where go at? Yo, you already know it's the freaking 50008. Yes. New beige. We great. Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, why ain't my new beige people in here right now? Like, they ain't checked in. Yo, I know they checked in, but YouTube ain't showing me that right now. Some comments, some love. I don't know. All right, let's go. Fast. I'm begging too much comment. I gotta stop. Yo, hey, get out of here. Nah, I'm just playing. Come here, I love you. No, we're coming in spreading love. We don't care. We're gonna stick to the mission. Stick to the mission at hand. Yo, the mission at hand. It's love. It's a peaceful world. Fash joined the Marine Corps. When I was in there, boot camp, we got handed our handbooks, had a little rifleman prayer in the back. Skip right to the back page. Typical Joey G. Didn't like homework. Yo, let's get right to the point. What's this about? Right, but skip the whole handbook, went to the last page, read the last line, and it says we will fight all enemies, both foreign and domestic, until the last enemy is peace. So whoa. I think I might have just joined the dopest team, USMC. You suckers missed out now. How, yo, it's 3. But anyways, we gotta go to work. Yo, we the first one, they the last to leave. Yo, we. Marine, green, unseen, light to dark, all accepted, full spectrum. Probably the first if you get it. The foxhole, you already know. You ought to go with somebody that spreads the LOVE. The FASH, yo, we G get to know the God's kid a little bit, yo. What's today's topic? You already know. You not faith, then it goes G-O-D. Yes, please, the baby smile. Tickle list, now the little proud mom, and up folks in the waiting room. I already know what the cigar, not no tobacco product now. No, get them out, kick them out. No nicotine, don't need that now. Past that fiend, but need to get off that like quickly. Please listen to that. Joey G, full integrity. Tell on myself and me. That's right. That's what we do around this. Don't get it twisted. We can mix these lips with some syllables and get linguistic and then the poetic and on some other. You already know what it is. We were already sparks since the beginning. The fuse been lit, you lunatics. It's been a bomb. What else are we on, yo? Unless we gonna go put out the fuse, pop up the views, and this is what we do. Don't be confused. That's like to move these words. So word. Get on this. Cause I know I ain't the only nerd word that heard a fast cars kid before, but they ought to act like they did because they don't know. They want to be like, who is this? We'll call them FA boss. That's right. CEO. Mention me, please. Imagine that GOAT go at the kitty level up like Mario with mushrooms and whoa. Little Luigi, little bit taller and easier when he jumps like the prince, the floats or the toes when he pops up, yo, digs the shit's ridiculous the way I kicks it, it be like, yo, that be it, my folks, my loved ones, my alien, all life is equal now, and we are proud of that acronym. West to East, global, GLOBEZ, bro, West, I love y'all. Thank you for tuning in, yo. Today's words is we back. We, W-E, back. B-A-C-K. And we'll be back, hopefully, if not this year, in the beginning of 2023. Yo, if you want some more of these lives, and if you want to be involved, FASH is flexible. Go ahead and leave a time in the suggestion box. Leave some love, leave some comments, share this to a friend. I love y'all. I'll be back soon. Go Cowboys tonight. Peace. Fast do life. Fast do reality.